Hi, my name is Dr. Trudy Gaines. I'm the Director of Teacher Education Student Services at the University of West Florida, and I'm also a faculty member here. I'm here today to talk about our BA degree in elementary education, and I'll start by talking a little bit about what it is that this degree would prepare a person for. Most obviously, to be an elementary teacher in a kindergarten through 6th grade setting, in a public school system, possibly also in a private school setting. There are also other industries related to education to which a person with a degree such as this might go for a job. For instance, in a textbook publishing company, or in a software company, especially if that person also has some programming skills. These support industries are also always interested in hiring folks with some experience in education to help them develop their products. Another possibility is to seek an advanced degree and perhaps go into administration in education. If a person thinks that he or she is not perhaps suited to be in the classroom, then perhaps better suited to manage teachers rather than to be a teacher. So for those folks who might be interested in teaching at a middle school or a secondary level, we also offer a program that is an education minor, which a student would take in addition to studying a particular content area. This prepares the student to then take a certification exam in the state where he or she wishes to teach in the content area with the necessary education classes to qualify to take that test. We also offer a program in exceptional student education, which prepares students to teach at grade levels kindergarten through the 12th grade in special education. So those are some other options for folks who wish to pursue education as a profession, but not just in the elementary school. The kinds of classes that a person pursuing a degree in education would take are several. First, we have pedagogical courses, which are methods courses in education. They also then become specific to a content area, such as how to teach math or how to teach language arts in an elementary education setting. In addition to that, coursework includes classroom management courses, courses in assessing student learning, and important too are the field experience courses, of which we have 3 in our program. There are 2 field experiences, which are separate classes that involve many hours of observation, typically 100 hours per semester of observation in a school setting. And then the last experience in field experience would be student teaching, which is a full semester, 15 weeks of full-time in a school where the student has taken over the classroom from the supervising teacher for the bulk of that experience. Field experiences are becoming more and more emphasized in teacher education, and we are looking for ways to include more field experience in many more of the classes that we offer here at UWF. I do have some suggestions for folks who are thinking about a career as a teacher. The first thing I would recommend is that you identify someone you know who is a teacher, or perhaps go to a local school and see if you can shadow that person for at least a day. A few days would be even better, so that you can have the experience of what it is like to be in a classroom with students and learners all day long. My next suggestion would be to contact the State Board of Education in the state where you live. Requirements change from state to state, and it's always a good idea to become familiar with what your state requires of folks who want to become a teacher, and then what some of those standards and requirements for teachers in your state are, so that you would have an idea of what would be expected from you in the early years of your career, certainly. I hear many people say, I love kids, I love children, and that's why I want to be a teacher. And that's a wonderful starting place. But I would also suggest that you have a love of learning, that you have a passion for learning yourself, that you love to read, because reading is going to be one of the most important things that you teach your students how to do and how to love how to do. So loving kids is a great thing, but you also have to love learning and to love learning yourself. It requires a great deal of dedication and determination, so you have to have a certain tolerance for discouragement, and be willing to go back and try something again when it hasn't worked the first time. You have to be prepared to work more than 40 hours a week. Teaching is not something that is clock or time bound. You will find yourself spending a great deal of time outside of the classroom thinking about that classroom, preparing for that classroom.